used to be an adventurer like you. That's it. I used to be an adventurer. Whoa. What do you think I was going to say? Nah. No. I'm not that basic. Yeah. People of YouTube, tis I once more, the Crimson Assassin, here today to give you guys another anime review. And today, people of YouTube, I thought to myself, what would be the most triumphant return to the Crimson Assassin's anime reviews? Well then, people of YouTube, I thought of no better anime than the anime we're about to review today. The anime we're going to review today is an anime known as Made in Abyss. And oh boy, people of YouTube, I cannot wait to talk about this anime. Let's get started. So the story of Made in Abyss takes place in the island of Orths, where there is this huge chasm in the center of the island known as the Abyss. You follow Riko as one day she was exploring the kid-friendly lair of the Abyss when she discovers a robot boy who she then names later on Reg, and the two of them travel down the Abyss after Riko obtains this cryptic message that supposedly her mother is alive down in the Abyss. You follow Riko and Reg down the Abyss as they traverse through many dangerous obstacles, and while also strengthening their bonds, and while also dealing with a bunch of dark shit in the process. Oh man, people of YouTube, this is by far, people of YouTube, one of the most simple anime plots, but it's also one of the most darkest anime plots I've seen in a very long time. I mean, my god, people of YouTube, where the fuck do I even begin when talking about this anime? But first you may ask yourselves, what did you think of the anime, Crimson? I fucking loved it, guys! I really did! Like, I thought this anime was a hoot and a half from beginning to end. No episode was bad, no episode, felt like it was complete and utter shit. It's a fucking great anime, people of YouTube. That is it. Like, if you want my review, that is it. But I must go in depth. So without any further ado, let's get into that, people of YouTube. Let's start off by talking about the animation, of course. The animation is fucking breathtaking. That is it. That's like, it's fucking moi out of moi. It really is. To the various background art in the anime that literally looks straight out of a painting, to the simple character designs, and also the dangerous creatures that you see when traveling down the Abyss. It looks fantastic, and the animation studio who did it, I'm gonna put their name right up here, did a fantastic job with the animation. Good job, guys. It looked really good. The story. Like I said before, it is a very simple story, yet it gets very dark. I mean, what's so simple about... it's very simple to explain, really. A girl and a young robot boy travel deep below the Abyss to try to find Riko's mother, while also dealing with some dangerous shit in the process. I mean, my god, people of YouTube, the shit that goes down in this anime, it hits the fan, and it gets fucking oof. The main protagonist, Riko, is very likable. She's a very happy-go-lucky, cheery, yet resourceful and calm-minded character. She always tries to think what's best for everyone else other than herself, and while also sharing this really cute and strong bond with Reg. Now, Reg you don't really know much about, but you know enough about him to actually root for him and really like him as a character. Since his origins are unknown, of course, I can't talk about his backstory or whatever, but I mean, like I said, he's a very nice character to watch, and the relationship between Riko and Reg is by far one of the strongest pairings in anime, as the both characters travel down this abyss and dealing with all the crazy shit that happens, but also keeping their mental sanity intact, but also having nice witty dialogue with one another, cute interactions, and powerful chemistry, as the two really like each other and really root and just love each other to the point where it's like, hey man, like come on, tell they really like them. Like they're just so likable. I love these two together. Speaking of the characters were a delight. I love each and every one of them. And we'll talk about most of them soon. However, all the characters were a delight to watch. Like I said before about the main characters, I like both Rico and Rig. They're pretty solid. But what about the supporting cast? They're all fantastic. Like, you have Nat, who originally kind of was against Rico and Rig traveling down the abyss, but by the end of the day, he helps them out anyway, and my god, it's really cute. It's actually really cute. You have Ozin, who is this enigma, who kind of, it's a hardball to grasp, who sort of helps and trains Rico and Reg for the dangers that go down in the abyss, while also the trap in the anime. Oh my god, this dude. Yeah, he's a total trap, by the way. Was really solid too. As well as probably one of the best supporting characters in the anime towards the end, Nanachi, who also has probably one of the most saddest yet darkest backstories I have seen in an anime in quite a long time. The shit that this girl, oof. Speaking of the dark, cruel moments of this anime, episode 10. Holy fuck! It was probably one of the most intense, one of the most, to the edge of your seat, wondering what the fuck is gonna happen next, type episodes, as you really don't know what's gonna happen, because let's just say, the characters are in a really, 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 really bad predicament, and you don't even know if they can survive that or not. As well as the last episode, which was a 48-minute long episode, by the way, but it was also probably the best episode in the anime. However, it does leave in the read the manga / cliffhanger ending, and we all know how much I love those endings, with a second season that may or may not happen. But regardless, though, episodes 10 and 13 were probably one of the best episodes in the anime, ironically. But it was enticing, it was gripping, and it really had you towards the edge of your seat, wondering what the fuck is gonna happen next. Also, speaking of the story, I loved it. Again, it's very simple in the way how it tells its story. And you're just like you're just wondering what's happening next, like you don't know what's gonna happen around the corner, and it's very enticing, very gripping, and probably one of the most purest adventure stories I think I've seen. And I haven't seen a good adventure anime in a very long time, so I'm very glad that this was like a good return to like the adventure genre of anime. I really liked that a lot. Now, I don't really have any issues with Made in the Abyss. I mean, I kind of alluded to that the last episode, even though I fucking loved it, it does leave in the read the manga / cliffhanger ending, and I love those endings. Oh my god, I do. However, I'm willing to forgive it because the anime is fucking great. And also, I mean, I would say the pacing is kind of slow in some scenes, but it doesn't really drag on for way too long. I felt like everything was properly paced, but maybe a few tweaks to shorten the length of some scenes, and then yeah, you got yourself a pretty solid paced, well-paced anime. It was paced very well for the most part. Aside from that, people of YouTube, I have nothing else to say about Made in the Abyss that hasn't already been said about the anime. The anime is great from start to finish. I love everything about it. It has a very simple plot, yet very dark and very crude. A likable main protagonist, And by far, oh, another thing, one of the best musical scores I've heard in an anime ever. I love the soundtrack in this anime. If you haven't seen the anime yet, at least listen to the soundtrack and judge for yourself, because that soundtrack is fucking awesome. Especially the insert song that plays in episodes 1, 8, and 9. That is a fucking great song. I also put the name of the song right there so you can go check it out. And a link to the song in the description of this video, because you guys should listen to this song. It's fucking amazing. It's really good. Really, really good. Yeah, people of YouTube, I have nothing else to say about Made in the Abyss that hasn't already been said about it. It's really good. That in mind, people of YouTube, I'm giving Made in the Abyss 5 out of 5. Really fucking good, people of YouTube. It's one of the best animes I've seen all year long, and probably hoping for next year or some other year where we get that second season. Please, let me get that second season. I want to know more. I want more, cause that's it. Like after I left this anime, it just left me wanting more out of the world, out of the breathtaking visuals and characters and story. It's fucking great. I loved it, people. I loved it. Anyway, yeah, 5 out of 5. Loved it, and that's gonna wrap this video up, people of YouTube. Stay tuned. A top 10 list will be in the works sometime soon, as well as my long-awaited Darling in the Franxx review, which will hopefully be done hopefully soon. With that in mind, stay tuned for those videos, and I'll see you all next time. Peace, people of YouTube.